Hello again, y'all. This is day 2, and I thought I would make another post. So, today is the second day that I have had my bird. I have decided to name her Billy, by the way. That is her name. She's doing pretty good. Looking at her right now. I took her hood off for the first time today as well. It went about as good as you could think it would go for a bird that's new and wild. Just baited and then came back to the glove after I had to put her back up on it physically myself. I had to go like, it's kind of crazy with a giant bird, honestly. It's very different from the kestrel, I'll tell you that. This bird, you gotta worry about footing a whole lot more. Finley, I didn't have to worry about that. With her, I have to be very, very, very careful. So, today, took her hood off after spraying her down completely with water. So some people do that, some people don't. My sponsor said I probably should do that. So that's what I do. It's up to you though. Some people like it, some people don't. So I sprayed her down completely, so she was soaking wet. Apparently it's supposed to like calm them down faster or something. I don't really know. But it seemed to work. So she was wet. She's not wet anymore. I've been keeping her inside of my room for right now. And all the tarping, this is all for her. That fell down because of her. But she's far from any wall. She's hooded in here. And hasn't been baiting and whacking herself against anything, so I don't see it as a problem. Her being in this smaller space right now. Okay, so took the hood off after spraying her down, looked at me, baited away, and then I put her back up on the glove, and then she just, mouth open, eyes wide, wings open, tail flared out, because she's freaked out, of course, so they're going to do that. Pretty okay, though. She didn't try to foot me, and I offered her food this morning to see if she would take it. She was 1,020 some to 30 grams ish. It's hard to weigh her when she's got her swivel on and stuff like that, because I didn't feel like taking them out. So somewhere around there. She did pretty okay. She didn't want to eat in the morning at all. She was just staring. So I didn't force her to eat. I rehooded her, which she took the hood very nicely. And we tried again around 3 o'clock today. So the first try we attempted was at like 10 a.m. or 11 or something. No, it was 10:40 to 11 something. I think 11:40. So we tried for an hour. She just wouldn't do it. So I rehooded her so that I could go eat, because I hadn't eaten today until then. Ate and then held her on the glove for a few hours. Put her down again, did my classwork, of course, because I have to do that for Monday. And then we tried again at 3. Held her. She was still staring. So what I did was I took some of the meat in my hands, and then I rubbed her chest with it, and then until she looked at it, and I kind of coaxed her to eat, and then she ate. So as I went on, I just had to like offer it to her, and she would take it, kind of like tidbitting, but probably don't do that. It's just to get her to eat right now, because she needs to get something in her system. So we did that. Kind of like what I did for my kestrel. I did the same thing, stroking the chest while trying to get him to bite it and eat it. So after she kind of started eating, she figured out, oh, okay, this is food. But she didn't eat down at the glove yet. It was all coaxing her to eat. So I think she needs to drop maybe a little more weight, probably, before she'll really start eating. And I'm going to work with her more on hooded soon. Probably not, well, maybe tonight, I don't know. We'll see. If I can finish my writing assignment thing, then I will. And I've been taking her with me. Took her on a walk today, hooded. She did pretty well. I mean, she baits hooded, but that's because I think her trapping hood that she's wearing right now, her temporary, she can see light through it. So I think that's what she's doing, is going to the light and baiting. So I think that's what her issue is right now, is with that hood, but I don't see that as a really serious problem. It's not messing with her eye. She's not itching it constantly. She's just pretty comfortable. She's not freaking out about it. It's not rubbing on her eye. It's just a little big right on the edges. But that's because it's a handmade hood that I made myself. So I don't expect it to fit perfectly, which is fine. So, and I have a voucher for a really nice, like a good hood. So I'm planning on cashing that in once I figure out exactly what she's going to be flying at. That way I can get her comfortable. Because I want her to have a comfortable hood, because I'm going to keep her for 7 to 8 months. And I do recommend that. Get a good hood, but yeah. Make sure it doesn't rub on the eyes, doesn't make them uncomfortable, not too tight on the neck. And it's not too tight on her, it's just she's getting used to it, so it's like their heads will go down. Which is, again, normal. She takes the hood really well. She's like, ugh, and then once it's on, she's like, oh, okay. So, she might still be in shock, I don't know. And I did a little messing around with her anklets. So I noticed on one side of her anklet, we didn't cut the slits in the bottom, so I went back with scissors and I just, sewing scissors so they're really thin, and I just did that to the side that didn't have it done. I guess we must have forgotten to do that one, but it's fine, because I did it. Yeah, everything's going well. She had to be coaxed to eat, but I'd say that's a pretty good win for today, is just getting her eating, as opposed to Finley, where I'm comparing everything to my past bird, my Kestrel Finley, if you haven't seen this before. So, Finley took 4 days to eat. She just took 1 overnight, basically. So I'm really, really, really happy with that. This is a lot better than the Kestrel. But if you get a good Kestrel that isn't late trap, I think you won't have that problem. So it's just what bird you get and everything. At least I could tell this bird was a juvenile. With Finley, you couldn't tell. Because if you didn't know, Kestrels molt out into their adult coating basically at 6 months old. So it's a little more difficult figuring out which females are haggard and which aren't. So it's kind of a guessing game. So we don't know. She might have been older than we thought, but who knows? That's what we suspected, but after the fact, but she tamed up okay. Yeah, don't do haggard bird, people. It's like really, really annoying. Especially with a wild bird, it sucked. Start with a juvenile. Don't be dumb. Alright, so with her, she didn't try to foot me, but I think she's still freaked out. I'm not going to be doing that again where I'm coaxing her to eat all the time with my hand, because that's stupid. And that's how you get footed, people. Don't be dumb. Don't do what I'm doing. Use tweezers. Anything except for your hand. I'm going to use tweezers next time. So, yeah, she ate 35 grams of food. So she should be around 1,165 grams. Somewhere around there. So, hopefully that goes well. Alright, so if you have any questions, or like if you've had a red tail before and you want to give me a tip on how to get her chilled out, please comment them. I would appreciate anything. Because I did not start with a red tail. I've never had a red tail. I don't know how these guys work. Any tips to get her going would be great. Or if you have a question, I will try and answer it. If it's any question about her, you can ask, and I will do my best to answer. Billy will be here, and she should be soon. I'm gonna take her to the vet though, just for a preliminary checkup, but I don't know when. Probably in the next couple weeks. Who knows? We'll see. So, alright, I'll see you guys later. Leave a like or a dislike. Either way, it's fine. Comment things that you want to know. And, I'll put her in another video at some point. So this is day 2. See you later, I guess. We'll let you know how it goes. Bye-bye.